The story of the corpse in front of the house at 12 o'clock. Help me, help me, screaming softly from the street in front of my house. I quickly took the flashlight, opened the window, looked at the street and saw that there was something black lying in the middle of the road, but did not wonder much, thinking it's probably my black dog, because every time it sleeps there, waiting for a stranger to walk in front of the house, it will bark, and if I do not open the window, it will bark until morning. Probably a good dog. As soon as I closed the window and turned on the flashlight, I suddenly saw my good black dog running from the basement of my house to the side of the road, and it started barking at what was lying in the middle of the street. Coming out in a row, they burst into the village. I hurried out of the room, and if the light in the house came on, my father came out of his room and asked if the dog's dog came out as well, and said to go out and see if there is a thief stealing a motorcycle, you know. Suddenly, the voice of my uncle, who was in front of my house, came up to help, came to see this and called my father's name. He quickly ran downstairs. My mother and I followed as usual. My mother asked me what was wrong. I replied that there was a dead body here. My neighbors came to see a series. Some shouted from a distance. My black dog was still barking and throwing at him. So I kicked him with one foot and kicked him with another, and he ran away. People come here to see the crowds, and dogs bark from the beginning of the village to the end of the village. I'm sure I was the first to see it, but I did not tell anyone. Let them wonder and win. Dad told me to turn on the headlights. I hurried upstairs, referring to the fire pit, but since I went up to the house, it felt as if it was not just a pair of my feet, it was as if someone was walking behind me. I turned on the light. The front of the house was lit up, and I hurried into the room to download the cell phone, and Al took the picture of the body in front of my house. But the atmosphere in my room now is not like always. It feels bloody and has a strange smell of perfume that I have never used. I tried to make sure nothing happened. Even though I was scared of ghosts and knowing full well that I was haunted, I did not hesitate to run downstairs. Some called the police, some called the village chief. Some took pictures of the body. Later, an uncle in my village came and grabbed my elbow and asked for a glass of water. When he reached the gate of the house, he looked at the mango tree in front of the house and saw something black. Buddha, it's my head. Hurry up and let everyone see that this pair of eyes are gone and have scars. Keep looking unfamiliar, but can also be concluded as a man, and I feel familiar, including the headless body in the middle of the street, like someone I used to know very much, but cannot remember who it is. For a long time, the authorities arrived and worked according to their respective roles. A week has passed and the killer has yet to be found. Since then, many unusual things have started to happen to me. Under the house, on the roof, and in every room I went to in my yard, as if someone was watching me and always following me. Over time I felt afraid of my own home. Not only that, every night I never get enough sleep. There is always something annoying, such as shouting for help, sometimes shouting my name. Sometimes the light in my room, it turns off by itself. The bathroom goes up at night as if someone came in but did not see. Every morning there is a whisper near my ear to wake me up. Sometimes there are people crying in the room. Everything is really boring. It is really annoying.